Good morning, people. Welcome back to Two Brother Vlogs. Rohit.
Hi guys, it's Mir Kumar.
So, again, another informative vlog regarding financial discussions we keep having. This is the kind of discussion we generally have.
Oh,
It's
yes.
either aviation or financial. That is what we talk about all the time.
Majority of the time, yes.
99% of the time.
We do talk about other things.
Very rare.
When he was not married, we used to talk about girls. But now I cannot talk with him. He's not interested.
Very rare. Abhi to flying, paise. Flying, paisa. This is the only thing we keep discussing in the present day and age.
So in the last video, when both of us made a video and talked about aviation and finances, we got a really nice response from all of you in the comment section saying that it was a good informative discussion and you wanted to hear more about that. So we thought that we will make a couple of more videos discussing about, and might call it casual financial talks, because it's still going to be casual, nothing, like
Nothing forceful, nothing, that this is the only way to do it. But this
Yes.
is something which we believe in. We say, are we successful in life? We are at a very stable position in our
Yes.
careers at this particular point of time.
I mean, it even depends how you describe success. If you describe success as having wealth like Virat Kohli, but then there can be only 11 cricketers in India.
And not all the 11 are that rich.
Yes.
There's this one Virat Kohli.
One Virat Kohli.
And
So yeah, for our age and from where the point where we started, so a lot of you, I'm not sure how much of our viewers are aware about it or no, but we didn't started our first jobs as being a pilot and in aviation taking a big fat paycheck. No, that was not the first case. We started our first job in Amazon with a very
Average salary.
and from there the life progressed for both of us. So I would say that we did pretty decent for ourselves.
Yeah, we are very happy in the position which we are.
Yes.
There's a very beautiful saying which which keeps ringing in my ears. It is not your fault that you're born poor, but it is absolutely your fault that if you die a poor man.
Correct. Absolutely
So
correct.
it is your life. It is in your hands all the time. There's nobody else who can do anything about it except you.
Yes.
So make sure you succeed in your life. Again, the only way to succeed is hard work.
See people, they work really hard, they make a lot of money, and they think that that is rich, but that is not being rich and wealthy. Being rich and wealthy is having enough wealth under you. It's not only about how much money you make.
Yeah. So in simple terms, yeah, let's say, for example, somebody is earning rupees 10 lakhs as an yearly package, and there's a second person who's earning 5 lakhs. So the first person, if he spends his entire 10 lakhs on his lifestyle every year, at the end of that particular financial year, he'll have zero. as
He
his
has not
assets.
got rich in an entire year.
Yeah. So his balance has been, if not
There
the same,
where
it
he
is
was.
it has gone down because whatever he spends on has no value.
And he has lost 1 year of his
Exactly.
life.
So similarly, on the contrary, the person who's got about 5 lakhs yearly, if he saves about at least whatever, by
1
minimum
lakh.
10,000 a
Yeah,
month.
10,000,
So
50,000.
at the end of that financial year, he'll have that 1.2 lakh rupees in his bank account. That is a substantial amount of money.
For 5 lakh salary, yes.
Yes.
And,
And that
he's
is over
and
just
he is
1 year.
going further in his life.
Exactly.
He has generated 1.2 lakhs, 1.5 lakhs of wealth, where the other guy who is making double of him has not generated any wealth.
So please look at our previous video. I'll put a link to that in the top right corner, top left corner, wherever.
Somewhere on the screen
Yeah.
it would be there.
So click on that. Look at the previous video. We've actually spoken about how to, save money in liquid form initially. We were speaking in the
Where to
previous
start.
where to start off and how to start off with the saving of liquid cash, which is very essential before you start investing money in any other platform. So this is going to be kind of a continuation to that. But if you haven't watched that video, please go ahead and watch it and then come back to this video again.
True.
And again, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube saying people on investing on different kind of platforms, whether it be SIPs, mutual funds, whatever.
Gold, ETFs, there are things you can study for an entire years and years and still cannot decide where to put your money, because everything will have its risk, rewards.
Yes. Before anything of that sort, how do you save that money to actually invest is something which is very important.
That's
right?
what people don't teach.
Yeah.
They don't even cover that in your MBA, that don't get covered in BCom or any other places. Some of our parents, some of our elders keep telling us, but that's the standard way where you start. Put aside a little bit of money every month. and that's will create a corpus which you'll start investing. But now the question is how you set that aside.
Start having a secondary bank account. So let's say I'm majorly talking about people who are from the salaried part here.
Yes.
So this is going to be more inclined towards them. So you know a particular date on which you get your salary. So as soon as you get your salary, put your chunk of savings into your into the other account, thinking that it is not your money.
Correct.
If you have it in your primary account, you will have that tendency, I have this kind of cash in my account.
Yes.
You'll be in that comfort zone of spending it.
And the thing is that the secondary account for which you are going to save money in that, don't carry around its debit card.
Yeah, keep it inside a locker. Don't
It's
use
an
it.
easy thing. If you have the debit card, you are
Sweat.
out somewhere and you are like, oh, you know what, I really like this bag. Next month saving कर लूँगा यार. इस महीने एक 10,000 का बैग खरीद लेता हूँ. I really like this glasses. I'll buy it.
Don't do that.
Which you don't realize that how much money you are unnecessarily spending
Yep.
on things which you don't need it. Is probably sometimes what I say is like people buy things to show off to other people, which is the worst thing to do.
Yeah. Buy things for yourself, agreeable.
Yeah.
Not to show it off that, yaar, my neighbor has got a fancy car, I should get a fancy car myself. That is stupidity.
मेरे दोस्त ने Ray-Ban खरीदा है, मैं भी खरीदूँ.
Huh. So it
If
doesn't.
you are into glasses that brings you joy, buy 10 of them.
Yeah. Don't
But-
waste money unnecessarily.
Not just to show off. Don't do that.
So again, coming back to the concept of the secondary bank account, don't keep that aside and think that money is not yours.
Yeah.
So that way, if you start accumulating, you will be surprised at how fast you can actually accumulate money in your
Correct.
bank account. And the kind of joy it gives you at the end of the financial year when you actually look at the bank statements is immense.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised at how fast money accumulates, and it is actually it might be a little difficult for the first month, but once you get into a habit of doing this, you will love it.
And another benefit of keeping these two separate accounts are, a lot of times you must have heard, Rohit, of people, getting into an online scam or their accounts detail are being hacked. And as we move more towards integrated into this online world,
It has become part of our life,
yes,
and definitely frauds are there.
frauds are there. I hope none of you guys would have got into one, but you never know.
But we hear cases
Excellent.
every day on the news that so
Yes.
many cases or accounts have been hacked and all.
True.
Better be safe.
Yeah. So if you are having a card which you're going to use it, account details for your Swiggy, for your online food, or ordering from buying stuff online and giving out details, if something goes wrong with that, data breaches happening and your accounts are compromised, you know that it's going to be only for few thousand or 1 month expenditure, nothing more than that, because your saving is in a different account which you are not using other than your just saving purposes. So it's not exposed to frauds and other
Yep, it is.
vulnerabilities.
Yeah. What I'm telling you is actually not sponsored by anybody. This is something I've been using for a very long time, an application.
Both of us have been using
okay,
since 2014,
Yeah.
when we got the first paychecks.
Yeah, so this particular app is called Walnut. It's on the Google Play Store and Apple Store as well. So what it does is every single payment you make, the SMS which comes on your mobile, it tracks the financial aspect. It tracks the amount you're spending. So at the end of the month, you get a track of how much money you've spent on what you have spent. You get a
Yeah.
complete detailed chart on it. Again, this is not sponsored by them. This is something which I use personally. I found it really helpful. I've told it to this fellow as well. And
I have used it a little bit, but I'm more of a cash guy, and I'm a little bit old-fashioned in that I like to keep a small diary, and every once a year for a month or two, I like to put down all my spending so I get an idea about where I'm spending all the money.
So these are
But
two
either
different
way, it's
ways.
fine.
Yeah.
If you are much of a technocrat, maybe you might want to put it on your notepad on your phone. Maybe this app, it's a great app. Even I have used it, but as I spend a lot of money in the cash, things don't get registered automatically on that. Or maybe keep a book, but make a budget. You have to know where you are spending money to.
So that you can actually understand that if you have a proper idea on what you're spending unnecessarily on, you can cut it in the next future or the near future.
Yeah.
So that is actually very, very important to keep a chart of your expenditure and keep a track of it as well.
And there are a lot of ways where you can, even cut down expenditure without compromising on any portion of your lifestyle. Like, I remember initially when we started getting our first paychecks and when we started writing down things, we realized that a lot of time used to happen that we would just leave the house, go probably 10 minutes into the drive, and we would buy a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And we would end up buying like 3 bottles of waters in a day. It's not much, it's 60, 70, 100 bucks in a day, 3,000 bucks a month, and you can make a calculation 36,000 rupees a year. That's a lot of money if you think. Now, how hard it is that whenever you are leaving from the house, just
if you
take
don't have a
of
bottle,
water.
buy a bottle. Whatever, 200 rupees for a bottle.
Yeah,
It'll
really
work
nice.
really long. Yeah, good quality.
And you are not drinking from that plastic which is not even good for your health.
Yeah.
And not good for the environment. And
Sure.
it's good for your wallet.
Yep. 36,000 in a year. Imagine that. To 20 rupees a bottle doesn't make sense. But
Yeah.
if you go out every day, buy water.
And there was a starking revelation which just came to us by writing down things, and we realized, dude, we are spending like couple of $1,000 just on bottle of waters.
Yep.
And why are we doing this? It is not bringing any joy to us. It's not bringing any more comfort level. So then, keeping a bottle of water in the car and you are good to go.
There's another huge mistake which I have generally observed in all the younger friends I have. This is by far the biggest mistake which everybody does: credit card debt. So this is a very huge topic. Credit cards are amazing. They give you a lot of bonuses, a lot of advantages.
Points and gifts and rewards and free
And
miles.
I hate all the banks give, because they give you a limit which is beyond your capability most of the time. So I know of so many cases. For example, if I earn an average monthly salary of 10,000 rupees, my credit limit will be bloody 1 lakh rupees.
Yeah.
And I am not joking. I have seen cases of such sort. And I have seen cases where people, they're like, hi yaar, I have a credit card, I'll pay through this and I'll pay next month. Yeah, imagine your salary is 10,000. If you're buying something for 50,000, how will you pay?
In next 50 days, it's not
Yeah,
possible.
it is not possible. So they'll convert it into an EMI. And credit card EMIs are horrible. They exorbitant rates.
Yeah, it says 2% or 1.5%, 2.35%. But what you don't realize is per month 2.35%. In a year, it comes to about, usually credit card tends to go from 18 to 24%.
So that is unnecessary wastage of money. Instead of that, if you want to buy it, save it and then buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it a couple of months later.
And
or
if it's an
whenever.
urgency, take out a personal loan from a bank.
Yeah, it's much
I'm sure
cheaper.
if that bank is giving you a credit card of such a huge amount, it would be ready to give you a personal loan also of that. It is little less convenient. It's not that fashionable
yeah,
that
it's
you
not
wipe
as
out a
easy.
card and swipe it. But
much more better for yourself in the long run.
yeah, not even long run. Within 6 months,
Yeah.
you would have paid the entire amount to the bank.
Absolutely.
With 24%, you would have paid the entire amount.
So again, until very realistically speaking, until very recently, I was away from credit cards. I've just started using credit cards, but I am very careful at using them.
You need to be super responsible with them.
Exactly. Unless and until you have a, control on yourself, don't go for credit cards is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, if you are not sure about yourself, don't go for it.
Be-
If you really need it as a financial backup for an emergency, first thing, it should not be an emergency fund for you to access. But if it comes to that, you are starting your job, you are new, and you have not yet built up enough savings. In that case, maybe get a credit card issued. Don't put it on your wallet.
Yeah. I had a credit card, I don't know, since 9-10 years, but only in the last 1 year is when I have actually put it in my wallet, because I was very scared that I was not able to, or I couldn't manage these kind of things. I know I'm a spendtheft. I am openly agreeing. I spend a lot of money. Agar if I had the credit card in my wallet, it would have been worse for me.
You would have
So-
maxed it out every month and you would have got yourself into trouble.
Yeah, so I knew that from day one. Because of that, I didn't put the credit card in my wallet for a very long time. Now, thoda age aa gaya, little more matured. I know how to handle myself. So, I have taken the responsibility of the credit card.
Yeah.
But if you are still very honestly like me at a younger age, don't put it in your wallet unless it is very, very important.
Yeah, first if you would have mastered your budgeting skills and you have made sure that you start saving separately and you have a confidence on yourself that you are responsible about the entire thing, then take a call and use it for the points and everything, but don't overspend it. The moment you get into that cycle, it's very tough to get out of.
It is a very vicious cycle. The credit card debt, oh my god, you will not believe it at how bad it is, and you will not believe it at how many people actually, honestly speaking, if you have 10 people in a public, I'm pretty sure 7 or 8
I know a lot of captains who are into this
Yeah.
debt trap of credit card, and even though you think of captains in India, they make a good amount of money, serious money, and they are into credit card debts, and their credit limits are like 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, and then they just spend that on buying furnitures or a TV which they see, and then they realize, oh shit, we have got ourselves into pickle.
So very surprisingly, you will, don't get into it. Yeah, as simple as that. 90% of the public are into it. Don't be one of that 90%. So guys, this is our round of discussion for today. And if you actually like such kind of videos, we will do a lot more on how
Much
we
in
manage.
detail on individual topics, we can do it.
Yeah, so this is just about how to start off things. What to avoid is what we are talking about here mostly.
And how to start saving those first money to invest.
Again, we are from the aviation background. If you want us to talk about the aviation industry also, we will talk about it. We have experience on different aircrafts now. We can
Different
talk about
companies,
that.
different size of
companies.
operations.
Yes. Not only that, and also, the aviation market in general. Where do we see it going? All those type of videos we are ready to make if you guys are interested in it.
Yeah, like
So-
once we heard someone wanted to see a video on A380. So if topic like that, like why the A380 program failed, things like that, put it in the comment if you really want to watch. We can make a separate videos on that.
Absolutely. So that's all guys for today. Thank you for tuning into Two Brother Vlogs. Till the next time. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye guys.